Howdy, welcome back to SlydeBytes. So if you're not familiar with the channel, this is a budget guitar and gear review channel. The channel is provided by myself, family, friends, that sort of thing. It's not gifted to me by any companies or anything like that. It's all my own stuff. So today we're going to be taking a look at a truly budget effects pedal or piece of equipment. It is an effects pedal, the Azor Compressor pedal. So for me, I like playing metal. I usually don't, that's kind of a compressed sound anyway. And if you're using active pickups, you really are compressed. But for something like this medium output pickup, I love my tone. This is a Fender player Stratocaster in double drop B. This is my favorite guitar. We're running through the Blackstar HT Club 40. We're just going into the front because that's kind of how you typically run a compressor. You can experiment obviously and do what you want, but that's how we're doing it. And I love, this is my favorite tone I've ever gotten in my whole life. But there are times where I feel like I need to focus things, I need to squeeze, some of the, especially with this medium output pickup, I feel like sometimes with high gain you start noticing that some of your lows and your highs are kind of just like, I guess it's just too open sometimes, and you need things to be a little bit more focused. And I find a compressor is actually doing the trick for me. I never really vibed with compressors in the past when I've used them. There's nothing against them, I just didn't really find a place for me with high gain, but lately I've actually found that this is a really awesome boost, and it also gets some of that nice twanginess back into the signal, especially when using high gain that I was kind of starting to lose, which is kind of normal when you're pushing a lot of gain through an amp. You kind of start losing some of that definition, some of those things that you want, and even with a medium output humbucker, that can still happen. And I wanted to kind of bring some of that back and boost the signal still, and have get a nice chugging set tone going on and all that. So that's what we're playing with today with this Azor compressor. Now I will say the casing is a little different. Now I have another Azor pedal. It is all smooth. This one feels more casted and a little bit more rough. Don't know why that is. I got this on eBay for about like 20 bucks, which is pretty much normal. I feel like they're available through Amazon, eBay. I found them like used in stores before, like Sam Ash, things like that. But these are usually sold on eBay or Amazon, that sort of thing. The knobs are nice and stiff. You're not going to move these by accident. They are in place. This is the only one that's even slightly loose, and it's not enough. Like you're going to have to actually intend to move these knobs. I like that a lot. Foot switch is nice and positive. No issue there. Runs off of just a 9-volt power supply. It does not take batteries, which again, just fine for me. Standard miniature pedal format, all aluminum casing. Pretty basic pedal, but it's very solid. It's got a bright blue LED when this is activated that we'll show you. It's very, very actually nice to look at. But it's not offending, at least not in standard lighting conditions. So it has just 3 basic switches on there, or knobs. You have your EQ, your level, and your compression level. And we'll go over that. Came in a really nice package. I was really impressed by this. Here's what the box looks like. See if I can, here you go. Neat packaging, kind of cool. Simple, but gets the point across. So yeah, pretty nice little thing. So yeah, came with, you got a Velcro pad you can put on the bottom, which we're just running off the floor. I don't really have a pedal board per se. Also have the non-slip pads you can use, and you also have your handbook for all the different effects. And we'll go ahead and flip this open. You can see all your different Azor pedals. And you know what, since we'll just read this off to you, since it's got the compressor right there. You have 2 sides of this. I actually really have been impressed. My Azor, I have the Azor chorus pedal. Love it. It's lush and thick. It's a very beautiful sounding chorus pedal. I really do enjoy it, and I highly recommend it if you get a chance to play with it. So it says here on the AP305 compressor pedal, which is right here. Let's see. Level knob controls the sound volume with effect. EQ knob controls the tone of the sound. Comp knob adjusts the intensity of the compression. And this says our circuit has been optimized according to the characteristics of the electric guitar and performs outstandingly over the spectrum of different playing styles. Classic optical compressing sound with smooth attack and decay. And furthermore, it preserves the original signal transients. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is broken English. It's a little hard to figure out some of that. I'm doing my best here. Classic optical compressing sound with smooth attack and decay. Anyway, it's a compressor pedal. If you ever played a compressor pedal, basically it squeezes your signal a little bit, as in it tames frequencies that stand out too much, or popping up too much, and it boosts other signals that aren't as prominent. That sort of thing. It makes things. It can help improve dynamics, finger picking, finger playing, that can help a lot, bring out some more of the attacking, how your fingers are playing the strings, and also, like for example, again, with active pickups, you can get that nice compressed tone out of those. Well, this can kind of help get you there. So let's go ahead, we'll put her back in the chain here, and we'll bring the camera down there, and we'll turn some knobs, let you hear it for yourself, and you can make your own decision what you think about this. Go ahead, and we'll just turn the pedal off for a second, and let you hear the clean tone without that. And go off standby. Here we go. So here's the clean tone without that, and I'm going to finger pick here, and we're going to go on the net pickup. Now in the intro, we were also running the Caline Ghost Rain delay. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this on. Do that same thing. Gives you a little bit of that brightness back, and we can change the compression rate and drop the EQ. We'll play it with knobs a little bit here on the thing. Drop the level back down. Turn that back off so you can hear. So yeah. Technical difficulties, I'm knocking over my camera. So we can change the EQ back down here and just try it like that. See how that affects things. Honestly, it's very beautiful. I think it does a great job. We can lower the compression rate a little bit too. Let's go ahead and just turn it down quite a bit here. Let's just try that. Basically, the EQ is just kind of affecting which signals it's kind of compressing, and the comp knob is changing how much it's compressing, and the level is actually kind of acting like a volume. So, personally, I kind of like to keep it here, and let's go ahead and just shut this off let's put it back to how I was using it in the beginning, and let's go ahead and set these knobs back there, and we'll shut her off and let you hear the high gain channel without and with. Oh, and we also do have the Kmise noise gate on, just so you know. Alright, high gain time. Nice and fat. Let's try it with this. this is without that again. And with yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's giving you some of that brightness back, some of the attack back. And definitely, for me, this is like the perfect clean boost. I never thought I would find a compressor that useful for my pedal board. I'm very torn between using this and the Bad Monkey now for a boost. I think I'm going to keep them both on this chain for a while. You know me, I change things up all the time on here, but I'm probably going to leave this like this for a while because they both do different things and I like them, and I'll probably end up blending things and mixing it up and using it for different times for different songs, which is awesome. When you can find something that, you know, is versatile, build a versatile pedal board, that's great, and this is really adding something to everything, and I like it a lot. We can go ahead and just we'll go back to high gain, and we'll just roll this off a little bit and play with the knobs a little bit. So here we go, back to high gain. Let's drop the EQ band down. So yeah, it's definitely giving dynamics back to the bridge humbucker. It lets everything breathe equally, is what I'm trying to say. Everything's getting its breath into the mix there. All the signals feel right where they're supposed to be. I'm really, really happy with this pedal. I think this sounded really good. I think I got the point across. This thing is, for 20 bucks off of eBay, is doing a great job. It is compressing the signal, it's boosting the sounds, the frequencies I want to hear, and it's also, it's not taking anything away, which is really, really cool. You know, sometimes with different boosts and everything, you lose high end, low end. What's really cool, Blackstar amps are, in my opinion, I love Blackstar, they're like my favorite amps. They are bassy, that's just what it is. And so when you have something like a compressor, you can kind of tame a little bit more of that bass. Instead of rolling it all out, you can tame it a little bit using something like this, boost that EQ up, and now your bright frequencies or all your higher end frequencies, I should say, are now kind of like, everything's leveled, everything's on the same playing field, and everything's just, it's really, really awesome. Now, I could see this in some cases possibly being too compressed, depending on what you're doing, what kind of sound you're going for. So you're going to have to experiment with to taste, but between the level, the comp, and the EQ, you've got enough flexibility in those three knobs. You can kind of probably dial this in however you want, for even just a little bit of compression, just to make something stand out, or you can go out and dial in a ton of compression. This thing is very flexible, it's very usable. For 20 bucks, you know, with a hard casing, you know, hard metal casing like this, probably aluminum, what do you have to lose? 20 bucks? if you don't like it or if it doesn't work. Honestly, I think this is a great one. I'm going to go ahead and say I recommend it. It is a little bit noisy, and not much I can relate about that. because I have the noise gate going and everything, so I can't really dial it out. I did notice that even when you're not playing, if you're just sitting there talking, there's a little bit of a background fizz, and that does get worse the more you turn the level up. But honestly, I don't really tend to need to turn the level all the way up on it because I've got it kind of matched with the amp, so it's a little bit hissing. But honestly, you're not going to notice it while you're playing. It's going to be something that you're only noticing when you're not playing, when you're standing still, the volume still going at full burn. And I tend to stop on clean in between or flip on the standby or whatever, so it's not a big deal. But it might be a big deal for your use, so just want to put that out there. Otherwise, I recommend this. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and give this my recommendation. I'm going to say it's a 4.5 out of 5, only because it is a bit noisy. Otherwise, this thing is really good. I don't know why the texture is a little bit rougher on this one than the other Azor I have, which is perfectly smooth, but maybe that's my choice, I don't know. But again, that's not going to affect anything. Who cares? This is a great pedal for 20 bucks. Guys, thanks so much for watching SlydeBytes. I hope this was helpful for someone out there. If you're a metal person or or you use enough gain, maybe try a compressor as a clean boost. I'm really torn because this is boosting things and it sounds great and it's giving a nice chugging tone even. I would never have thought I was going to have a compressor. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching SlydeBytes. Hope this was helpful for someone out there looking at one of these on the fence maybe or whatever about buying one. I think it's a good one. If you like what I'm doing and you think I've earned it, you might consider liking and subscribing. That does go a long way to helping this little guitar channel grow, and I am trying to build a community of budget-minded guitar players over here that we're all trying to review, talk about budget gear, help people find good deals. If you like the way I play and you hear the background music and like that or something, it's all original by myself. You might check me out over on Instagram and TikTok. Well, TikTok is still a thing forever, however long it is, but I'm still going to be on Instagram. I write my own guitar music and upload it over there, all my own original riffs. Otherwise, that's all I got for you for this week. Stay tuned because I got something really cool coming up. I'm super excited about it. My wallet is not, but I did something. I bought something, and yeah, it should be here in a couple of days. Thanks again so much for watching SlydeBytes. Again, I do appreciate all of you. More content is always in the works. Keep shredding, partners. See you soon.